This is the Shrimp Trawler video channel Strat-O-Matic Baseball Excel Game of the Week.
Welcome back, baseball fans, to the game of the week in the 1980-83 Fall League. Oh boy, folks. Tonight, National League West, we got Padres, Giants from Candlestick. Holy everything. This is a Battle of the West. Both teams chasing the Astros. Probably won't catch them. Both teams trying to figure a way of playing each other in a manner that they both can still sneak into the playoffs as wild card teams. Let's see what's happened. We open up in San Diego, land of the Yacht Rock. Ed Whitson for the visiting Giants against Tim Lawler. And this is a Padre victory in extra innings. They exchange runs in the fourth on a Jack Clark double and a Joe LaFay triple. Pads get a couple singles, bases loaded, walk, and a double play in the sixth. An error by Darrell Evans leads to a single and sac fly to tie it. In the ninth inning, interesting moment here, 4-3 game, 2 on, 2 outs, Rollie Fingers, blown save, Gary Gray solo shot. So it goes extra. Rollie Fingers pitches the 10th and 11th inning. And folks, I'm using modern baseball's rule where you start a guy at second base in the extra inning thing. And if you're wondering how I do that, I use the number 9, which is the symbol for non-charged at bat, like a sac bunt or a sac fly, to let me know that's the guy at second base. It helps me keep score. Anyway, 2 innings go by until the bottom of the 11th inning. You do get a walk, a sac bunt, and a sac fly. Talk about inside baseball. Runner at second, you bunt him the third, and you get a sac fly, and that is your ball game. Padres win 5-4. Game 2. Giants a little ticked off by losing game 1. Yeah. Giants flatten the Padres 10-0. John Fulgham, 4-hit shutout for the Giants, 6 walks, 5 Ks. Gaylord Perry gets lit up like a Christmas tree, 5 innings, 10 hits, 8 runs, 5 earned. Lots of guys doing lots of things for the Giants. Everybody does everything. Darrell Evans went... Are you ready, folks? Are you sitting down? Darrell Evans went 0 for 3 with 3 RBIs in this game. He had a sac fly, and a runner scored on a ground out, and he had 2 other outs. Never seen that before. 3-0-0-3 in the box for Darrell Evans. 10-0 victory, we got a split. And right back where we started from. Nobody's gaining ground. Candlestick Park, Game 3. It is Dave Jarecki for the Padres, Tom Griffin for the Giants, and this suddenly anemic Padre offense, which features the top 3 hitters hitting .309, .337, and .370. 14 scoreless innings until Tony Gwynn hits a solo shot in the 6th. By that time, it's a 4-2 game. Padres make a rally late, but it's a 5-3 game. Tom Griffin gets the win. Al Holland gets the save. Dave Jarecki gets the loss. And the Giants have taken 2 out of 3, more importantly, the last 2 games. And they could pretty much punch a playoff ticket if they win today in Candlestick in Game 4. Let's take a look at the overall standings. In the West. Well, the Giants, they're 2 games back of the Astros. So if they win this game, they'd be a game and a half back, and they would need the Dodgers to sweep the Astros to put the Giants in a tie with an Astros, at which point I'd have to glance at the tiebreaker. I don't even know what it is. Doubt that will happen. Moreover, the Padres, Arizona's already finished their regular season. The Giants, you see, they can still catch them. They're a game and a half behind with 2 left. They'd have to win both. If the Padres lose today, they're done. They'll be a game under 500. There's no way of getting into the playoffs. If they win today and then lose Game 5, they'd be 15-15 in a tie with Arizona, who's in a tie with the Cubs, so who knows? So that's what we got today. Padres Giants from Sam Clam's Disco. Today's starting pitchers. Holy smokes, folks. You just saw him not too long ago. We're bringing him back for you. The Padres will send Juan Tyrone Eichelberger. I have no idea, like I said last time, why I know this guy's middle name. And I knew it before BaseballReference.com was in business. I think it was on a baseball card, perhaps. Anyway, Juan Eichelberger for the Padres in 1981. 8-8 with a 3.51 ERA and 141 innings. I don't even think his middle name is on BaseballReference.com. Shall we take a quick peek? Why not? I mean, how many Eichelbergers are there? And again, the Fall League. Oh, by the way, Fernando Valenzuela passed away a day ago. He pitched for the Arizona Diamondbacks in my league, and he threw a shutout. How about that? Anyway, it doesn't say his middle name in here. But that's what it is. If you Google, if you figure it out. I don't know how you can figure it out, but yeah, that's the dude. And back to get the game. Juan Eichelberger for the Padres. And the Giants are only sending their best pitcher, Bob Knepper. Knepper had a nice career path. Started with San Francisco, moved to the Astrodome where he found his success in 1981. 9-5, 2.18 ERA and 157 innings. The number 4 starter for the on the brink of elimination Padres, and the ace of the Giants in a potential playoff clinching game. That's the storyline. Let's get started. Leading off for your Padres, Louis All-You-Can-Eat Salazar, 2.5 Ks. Ozzie I. Smith, 1.6 grounds to short. And the Manny Trio, 34 lines of short. Joe Morgan, 48 walks. Morgan was with the Giants in 82, if you're wondering. He is going to take off, and he's out stealing on a 17. Batting second, Rick Burleson, a nice addition to this Giants team. Boston in our league, we have a salary cap, and they couldn't afford Rick Burleson in Boston anymore because they had to pay their Dwight Evans, and they had to pay Jim Rice, and they had to pay Freddie Lynn and Carlton Fisk, and Burleson was Ringo. And they couldn't afford him. The Giants said, come here and team up with Joe Morgan. And isn't that a cool double play combo? They would have been adversaries in the 1975 World Series. Burleson, 4.11, first X. First baseman is Jeff Newman. What? Yep, Jeff Newman's playing first today. Your 4E25 first baseman. That's a 2-base error. So he fields it and throws it over Eichelberger's head covering first. A 2E3. Now that caught stealing's looking bad. Runner at second, 1 out, Rick Miller. 68 flies to right. And Jack Clark, 34, grounds to short. They get nothing. Top of 2, it's Steve Henderson. 64, third X. This is Andy Van Slyke's playing third base, folks. He's a 4E6. Makes the play. The way you chart this, a paren indicates E-rating result, not fielding rating result. 25 makes the play. He's an E6. Andy Van Slyke is an E6 third baseman. I know. I'm like you folks. I don't get it, but that's how Strat-O-Matic did it, not me. John needs a man to walk and fuss. 67 is a pop to short. And Bobby Brown, and his prerogative is to bounce out to second base. Joe Morgan makes the play. Bottom of 2 in San Francisco. It's Darrell Evans, 49, walks. Ernie Witt, 34, pops to first. Joey White, 56. Double 105, base hit. They got runners in the corners. Infield's going to come up for Andy Van Slyke. 35 is the walk. The bases are loaded for Bob Boone. Ray Boone's son. Aaron Boone's father. Infield comes up. Bases loaded, one out. Here's the pitch to Bob Boone. 2-6, pops the second. And the bases loaded, 2 outs. Let's take a look at a card. Let's look at Joe Morgan before he swings. You know, after he got out of Cincinnati, he was hitting 236. He goes to Houston. He takes that team to the playoffs, so he's only hitting 240-something. Then he finds his way to San Francisco in 82 with this outstanding card. Best card since 77. 289, 14 homers, 85 walks. And then after this, he'll finish his career with Oakland. But here is Joe Morgan, bases loaded, 2 outs, in a potential playoff clinching moment. The pitch to Joe Morgan. 55 off Eichelberger is triple. 1-18. He clears the bases with a 3-bagger. Joe Morgan in playoff form. And the folks in Cincinnati are probably rooting for the guy, even though he doesn't play for him anymore. They've seen that act plenty of times. Burleson, runner at third, 2 outs, 38, grounds to short. 3-0 Giants. Top of the third. It's John. Will the sun come out tomorrow? 57 is a bouncer to short. Burleson, the rooster, makes the play. Jeff Newman, 46, single 1-13, gets it. Dave Rossello, 36, center. Back up top to Louis All-You-Can-Eat Salazar, 48, second X. This is Morgan, a 3E10. And he makes the play. Bottom of the third inning, it's Rick Miller, another Red Sox, 33, pop the second. Jack Clark, 2-9, center. Darrell Evans, 34, bouncer to short. Top of the fourth. Ozzie, if he's going off the rails on a crazy train, he pops out. Manuel Trio, 1-3, short, and with 2 outs. Steve Henderson, 48, second X, and that is a ground out. And Bob Nepper, 1 hitter through 4, the ace of the Giants. Can they hold on to a 3-0 lead? Bottom of the fourth. The big Ernie Witt, 38, single 1-8, can't get it. Joey White, 2-7 is a K. And Andy, my friend Andy Van Slyke, singles. Ace Steeler, taking off the Tamargo arm. He's in there on a 4. He steals second base, and it's Bob Boone. 68, flies to left field. Eichelberger hanging in there. He puts men on. He does walk guys, but he's hung in there. 1 bad pitch to Morgan. Otherwise, he's keeping his team in the game. Top of the 5th. A man to walk and fuss. 2-7, grounds to short. Bobby Brown. Every little step matters to Bobby. He bounces to short. Burleson makes the play. And Sun come out tomorrow. It's a base hit. Newman, 54 off the Nepper card. Big moment. Triple 1-5. Single dot. And you got runners in the corners with 2 outs. The Padres will send the Tyrant up. It's Dave Rossello. And he strikes out. 3-0. Bottom of the 5th. Let's pause a moment for station identification.
This is the Shrimp Trawler video channel.
Este es el canal de videos de camaroneros.
All right. Joe Morgan. Just a 3-0 game. It seems like the Giants, are dominating, and they really aren't. They are only the 3 base runners ahead presently. Joe Morgan, 63, first X. 4E25 at first. Padres aren't doing themselves any favors here. Morgan's on with a single. He got caught stealing in the first. How about a hit and run this time for Burleson? It's a hit and run single. That's what you do. You don't steal a base. You hit and run with the rooster. And the rooster gets the single through the hole between first and second. They're on the corners. Nobody out. It'll be Rick Miller. 211, third B. Fielder's choice and the run will score. Jack Clark, 111, short B. And Darrell Evans, 1-6. Let's take a look at Darrell Evans' card of 1983 for the Giants. 30 bombs, a 277 average, 84 walks. How do you let this guy walk to the Tigers in 84? How's it happen, Giants? Just another bonehead move by that franchise. Along with letting Clark go, along with letting, oh gosh, Gary Maddox, Gary Matthews, Mike Caldwell. I mean, a million Giants just left San Francisco to find success elsewhere. Darrell Evans, dinger, 2-run shot. We got a 6-0 game. Ernie Witt, 39 is a walk, and that'll do it for Juan Tyrone Eichelberger, 4 2/3. The Padres recognize this is their season. They've got to win this game. And so it's time to pull the plug and get into their bullpen, which is a good one. 6-0 game, 4 innings left. They're going to go with Gary Lucas. Gary was 7-7 in 1981, 90 innings, an ERA 2.00 for Gary Lucas. Try and get the final out here in the 5th and beyond. Jelly White, runner at first, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. 4-10, pops the second. All right, we go to the 6th. Bob Knepper's got a 6-0 lead. He can smell this. There's no reason to think. Plus, the Giants have Holland, Minton, Lavelle, and Brenning in the bullpen. Can't let this thing get away. Got to finish off, get the final 12 outs. Salazar, 1-3, third. Ozzie, 57, short. Burleson, 1. Makes a nice play. Some great free agents on this Giants team. I'm telling you, Rick Burleson, Ernie Witt, Van Slyke, Bob Boone. I mean, even brought Bobby Bonds back with his final card, returning to San Francisco. Manny Trio, 311, flies to right field. Pad's best chance was here in the 5th when he had a chance to tie it with a 3-run dinger. It's gotten away from the Padres suddenly. Bottom of the 6th, Andy Van Slyke. Batting for Andy Van Slyke. Dale Berra. Dale Berra. Yogi's kid. New third baseman taking over for Van Slyke. 57 is a K. Bob Boone. 311. Right. And back up top to Joe Morgan. 2-6, single 1-5, can't get it. We go to the 7th. Knepper is the starter 7. Your best chance is to knock this guy out. He's the best pitcher on the team. Take your chances on the bullpen. But you need 3 base runners to get Knepper out of there with a shutout. Steve Henderson, 39 walks. Wockenfuss, 32 as a fielder's choice. Bobby Brown, 3-6 is a K. And with 2 outs. Will the sun come out tomorrow? Will the sun come out for the Padres? Let's see. 2-6. No, it will not. It'll be gloomy in San Diego as tomorrow strikes out. Oh, what a disaster for the Padres. Bottom of the 7th inning. Stretch time here in San Francisco. We've been enjoying this wonderful Jefferson Stars hits. Jefferson Starships hits? We call it Jefferson Stars hits. Made this playlist. Jefferson Starship from the Bay Area. Of course, they were the Jefferson Airplane at one time, but they can only go so far in an airplane. They had to convert themselves to a Starship where they can go beyond all dimensions. The Jefferson Starship hits. Yep, Ride the Tiger, yep, on here. We also have some other tidbits from other bands in here. Miracles, Count on Me, Runaway, Jane. Who can forget Jane? Yeah. Find Your Way Back, Winds of Change. Jefferson Stars hits. Bottom of the 7th. Gary Lucas. He'll continue. He hasn't given up anything yet. The Rooster, Rick Burleson. 54 pops to second. Rick Miller, 39, a base hit. Jack Clark. 310, single 1 to 4, cannot get it. And with 2 outs, it's Darrell Evans. 111, grounds to first base. Nice relief work by Gary Lucas. But the story today is the Giants. Fulgham threw a shutout. Griffin threw 5 shutout innings, and now Bob Nepper is going into the 8th inning with another shutout as the Padre offense. Padres couldn't hit a bull in a you-know-what with a shovel, folks. They couldn't hit a donkey in the hiney with a broomstick. That's how bad the Padres have been at the plate in this series. Top of the 8th inning, it'll be Jeff Newman. 64, third X. This is Dale Berra, 2-11. Good defense for Dale. Makes the play. Dave Rossello, 2-5's a walk. All you can eat Salazar. That's a 5-4-3 double play. What a performance for Nepper. A 3-hitter with some walks. Bottom of the 8th inning, we're going to pull Lucas. In the 8th inning, down 6 runs. We're going to have to put Raleigh Fingers in there, folks. Let's take a look. Raleigh Fingers. In 1980, his last year in San Diego, 11-9, 2.80 ERA, 103 innings. Of course, he would move on to your Milwaukee Brewers, get them into the 82 World Series. All right, bottom of the 8th. It'll be the Big Earn. Ernie Witt leading off. 63. Pitcher X. Fingers in E14. And that is an error. Oh boy. Running for Ernie Witt. He was a DH anyway. It's going to be Bobby Bonds. Get him into the game. Pinch runner. He's a 17 runner. He's got to be 40 years old. And he's a 17 runner. Oh my goodness. Jerry White. 58 strikeout. Dale Berra, 49, second X. And this is Trio, a 1E13. Not good. That's going to be a 4-6-3 double play. All right, we go to the 9th inning in San Francisco. It's 6-0. Fans on their feet. Nepper takes the mound. Wants to finish what he started. It'll be Ozzie Smith. 45, lines to second base. And oh, all you Yacht Rock fans out there, I know you're disappointed. No more Yacht Rock this year, it seems, as they're not going to make the playoffs. Manny Trio, 67 pops to short, and with 2 outs, it's Steve Henderson. Let's look at a card as we're down to the end here. Nice free agent Steve Henderson. Was a Cub in 1981, 293 average. This guy hit everywhere he was. He hit for the Mets, he hit for the Cubs, he hit for the Seattle Mariners. Here's the pitch to Steve Henderson. 35, he gets a single here to keep his team alive. And now let's take a look at John, a man to walk and fuss. Can play first, can catch, can play third, can play the outfield. Always had fun cards, was a Tiger, was a Philly. Fantastic card here. In 82 with the Tigers. A 301 card for him. And here's the pitch to Walk and Fuss. 410 off Nepper is a pop to third base. That's going to do it. That will do it. We got to put some intro music on, of course. Let's go down with this one, folks. Yeah. Fans are going crazy here in San Francisco as the Giants have qualified for the playoffs by ripping off 3 straight wins, beating the Padres 3-1. My goodness. Bob Nepper, complete game shutout. 4 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. We'll look at the stats of the 2 squads. Finger struck out a batter. 2 1/3 for Lucas. Hitting a K. Not a good day to be Juan Eichelberger. Yeah, no. 6 hits, 6 runs. Big 3-run triple in there. Some ground outs and a home run. They were all earned. Just too many walks. 4 of those and 4 2/3 and a strikeout. 1009, 0108, 6704, 2443, 4324. Wow. 3 straight wins for the Giants. Can they make some noise in this playoffs? I think they can. And the reason I think they can is the free agents. We're talking about the Burlesons, the Rick Millers, the Ernie Witts, the Andy Van Slykes. You know, they're really helping this team out. It's funny, the Giants let so much talent leave the Bay Area. They acquired some in this league. Let's take a look at the Padres first, finishing their year 14-15. That will knock them out. They're not going to the playoffs. And frankly, they hit just .260. That's not good enough when you've got Tony Gwynn and Broderick Perkins and Luis Salazar on the team. It's not going to work. .431 earned run average. Tim Lawler was the ace, and he was 5-1, and he won game 1. But after that, nothing out of the pitching staff. Very little power. Joe LaFay had 4 home runs. We had 20 RBI by Perkins in 29 games. He was 28 for 83, hitting .337. And now turn down a little bit. And now your Giants. The G-Men. 17-13. Really good shape as the playoffs loom. They're hitting just .255, but they got a .332 ERA. In addition to Nepper, they got Ed Whitson pitching well. John Fulgham threw a shutout. Tom Griffin's 5-1. The problem for the Giants has been their bullpen. Inexplicably, the bullpen was the highlight of this team, and the pitching was so-so. We're talking Al Holland, Greg Minton, Gary Lavelle, and Fred Brenning. They are combined 3-8 with 8 saves. Too many decisions, too many close games. Offensively, you got 6 home runs for Gary Gray. And you got 35 hits for Jack Clark and Darrell Evans. And when we take a look at the overall standings here, there's your Giants. I cannot put the Padres in anymore. I don't know where to put the next team in. Their season is over. Their season's over. They can't get to 500. Well, actually, they could if they beat Portland 5 straight. They certainly can't get in. Cubs are hanging tough at 12-12. You know what? Let's put them in the playoffs for the moment. All they need to do is beat the Pirates in a best of 5, and they're in, I believe. And the Braves and the Mets have to do a little bit more than that. Even the Marlins have a slightest chance. The Phillies are definitely in. Reds definitely in. Portland gets the Mountain Time Zone slot. Houston's safe. They would need a historic collapse against the Dodgers and also lose the head-to-head tiebreaker with the Giants in the process. So that's it today for the game of the week in the Fall League. Break up your Sam Clam Disco Giants, folks. They beat the Padres 3-1. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.